Okay, so this time they give us a table, and we're going to create a table for a new function based on the original function. So we're going to do g of x. So I'm going to go ahead and make a table. And we have x, and we're going to put g of x down here. Okay, now what's going to change? We'll look at the function that they give us here. It's got, it's a horizontal stretch or compression, right? Because that constant is inside what we're taking the function of. So it's the inputs that are changing. Okay, not the outputs. Now remember, when they give us a table, we can't make up the data. We can only go by the data that they give us. And so we know the outputs aren't going to change. Those are going to stay the same. I know they're a little blurry, but 1, 3, 7, 11. Those are going to stay the same. Now, think about it this way. What do I have to put in for x to get an output of 1? So I want to say when I had an input of 2, I get an output of 1, right? So I need 1/2 of x to equal 2. Then I would have f of 2, and then I would get an output of 1. So I'm going to go through this. You know, multiply by 2, and you get x is 4. So that's going to be my input. Now watch what happens when I take g of 4, and I'm looking right here at this function they gave me. It's going to be f of 1/2 times 4. Well, what's 1/2 times 4? 2. Now when you want to find f of 2, that's going to go back to the f function right here. And so your input is 2, your output is 1. Okay? So what's happening is all of our, I should let you stop and think about that for a minute. So a little bit fast there. Okay, so hopefully that's making some sense. But what's happening is all our inputs here are going to double. Okay, so 4 is going to become 8. And I'll go through that one just so you can see another example here. You know what? I don't know why that's not working better for me today. So g of 8 would equal f of 1/2 times 8. But 1/2 times 8 is 4, so we really want f of 4. How do we know what f of 4 is? We have to go to the f function, that table, and have an input of 4 and an output of 3. Okay? So it'll get easier as you do this. You can do the same thing with the next one. But remember, we're going to double these inputs. So this is going to be 12, and this is going to be 16. And then this is the answer. This is the table for g of x. If I put in 4, I get out 1. If I put in 8, I get out 3. If I put in 12, I get out 7. And if I put in 16, I get out 11. You could graph this, and I think they graph it in the book, but you could see that. You could see that stretch. So it's turning out that this one is a stretch. On that last video, I think it's called, in the title, I think it says stretch, and it should have said compression. So sorry about that. All right, we'll continue on. We'll have another example.